Okay, this is the game Bitcoin Miner. You get it from like the Google Play Store, I think. I think I got mine from Atlas Earth. So when you come back to it, you get an option to triple it or double it, but rarely do. Now you see here, I'm quite far on it, not too far. I know that this game's a bit deceptive about how much you have to actually do to proceed. End up selling your whole entire profile just to gain some extra whatever it is that we're doing. So you start off here. So this is obviously more advanced. Obviously I can see how many levels I am. And to be honest, I've done this maybe 20 times, got it to 1 point something K. But as you see, you get the green arrows, they boost your coin. We have Bitcoin, Ethernet, and Dodge, and Link, and other stuff here. And Shiba at the top. You get your managers. I will go into some little tips that will help you gain some progress really. So let's start with the clicker. So you press the button, and it gives you an amount which goes into your coin in the top left. Now, if you go to the chests, here are your chests. So the chests basically give you a quarter of a coin. So these quarter of the coins go at the top. You see here, so you start off with trying to gain the commons, which doubles your coin value, or let me say the income from it, and up to 512. So you can see here that I've got most of them, but still haven't got the USDT. I got the last. I need one more for that one. Same with the Dodge, and I need 2 for Ethernet, and then I'd have the full set. So your aim is to get as many of those as possible. I actually ended up buying a load of nodes, which are these little red sort of gems at the top. So I end up buying stuff on here. Now these are the boosters, so I've got multiplier of 58, so I collected all these nodes by playing the game, and I think I ended up getting a 12 income and a 2 income, 3 income, and so on. And you can buy a day's worth by trading your nodes. See here, you got 46 for 24 hours. Here you get super chests. So those super chests will get you the best of the coins that you can get from the chests. You get lucky sometimes, but towards the end you never get anything, because obviously you never get that last one. It's taking ages, and I'm not paying £5 again just for some super chests, or what was it, opening the box, as I say. Let's go back to this. So yeah, you get the chest. You can click onto here, and you got your normal upgrades and your super upgrades. So I've maxed out these. So you got your income bonus, tap bonus, coin speed, power up chances, and offline income. You go to super upgrades. Now I'm actually in the process of getting the auto clicker, because basically, as you see, my auto clicker's given me 6.92, and let's go, if I go onto my highest island where I can take coin, it's here. So my highest is 6.92 M, and my highest coin is giving me about 4.42 M, so this is actually giving me more, and you can press it as many times. Obviously if I had the clicker, the automatic clicker, you would see I would get another, I get 2 per second rather than 1.5 per second. and so on. So let's go through some other tips. So here you can sometimes watch ads for managers. You just click on a manager, you see the levels at the top under the, that says level 5. You can change through, you see how they affect your game. This one reduces rogue upgrade cost by 14%, and so on. Some of them are better off on other. It can only be assigned on row 7, so that's obviously going to be Link. So and so on. So you can gain these by playing through the game, and so on. Now you see this pig at the top. Now I didn't know this at the start, but it says ×1. And if you press it again, well, if you press the pig, this is how many nodes you've got in your bank. So my bank's nearly full, but I'm not paying $4.99 again for the nodes because I just spend them. Anyway, it says ×1. Press it. It says ×10. So now your purchase of, you see this green box, your purchase will boost your level by 10. And again by 100, I can't afford it. But then again, it would go from 222 to 322. And then next is the next multiplier of the value level of your coin when it hits, say, 10, 25, 50, 100, I think it's 500 or 250, and then obviously 1,000, but that's that. Say it on one. So you can see I can afford to buy at least one on here, so let's buy one of these X's here. There we go, level 7. So now it's 6, but then yeah, when you get a purchase of your coin, your clicker also increases gradually as well. And you can boost your development and so on, super upgrades. There's another way of doing it, obviously. Let's have another look. What else can we find? You got your mission. So activate 2 boosts. I'm not watching adverts. There's a lot of adverts you have to watch for this. There's a few tricks for adverts by like just flipping up and going back and reopening it, and you cut out like 45 seconds worth of ad time in like 3 seconds. And sometimes you can skip the ad to then basically gain the prize without having to watch some boring ad about some other boring games or some scam sort of stuff, which is irritating. But sometimes you get to play on a little game, which is pretty cool. There's some pretty innovative sort of designing games of, puzzles and, little coin collecting games and so on, treasure games. Yeah, it's sort of like children's business. You cut the corn, you sell the corn, you buy a house, blah blah blah. Okay, you got here at the top the little orange. See, it says cash out. So they use satoshis. These satoshis basically are worth a tiny amount, like literally tiny. But you collect them and you just go to this website ZBD, download it and sort of link it up and that, and you go redeem. And there's a limit you can get per day. Sometimes it takes it all, sometimes it just takes a small amount. But yeah, when you go back onto that site, it says you've got it. I think I've got like nearly 2,000 of these satoshis, and I think I've got about 95 pence, and I've been collecting that probably for 10 months. So in 10 months I've spent £10 on it maybe, and I've made just less than £1, maybe £1 now. I'd have to check it. So yeah, it's like 10 to 1, 1 to 10. Now you see here we've got this exclamation mark at the top. Now you got a little game going on here. So these are side games, and this gives you a chance to like boost your income for the nodes and the Satoshis and your chests. So let's play. So I whiz through, and I just sort of press this button, press the green button. So my coin level's going up as fast as I can get it to go. And I basically want to get to like 25. And then I'll stop. And then... fingers crossed, yep, there we go. Now, it takes a bit longer, but now I basically want to get the next coin level up to... I think I'll probably get it to about 10. And then I should be able to sort of unlock the next level. And you go up and up and up and up and up. So obviously this is like 1.2k to unlock the next stage. You get to a point where you understand the value of the coin, you know, being in units, tens, hundreds, thousands and so on. And then it sort of goes to A, B, C, D, E, F, G and all that, and it gets a bit mentally wearing out when you're getting like 1C and you need to get 500k and you feel like you never progress, and that's how they get you to pay a little bit of money towards what they've done, sort of thing. But you don't make up for the amount of ads you have to watch, and you know, get rid of all the ads, but you don't. I don't know if you get the prizes. Anyway, so let's see what we've got on the rocket. So at the start we've got level 2 common chest, so that's going to be pretty useless for me at this stage. But at the beginning, obviously it'll be of some value, some use. You get up to like 5 and 15 Satoshi, which I don't really care about. You got a level 5 rare box. I'm not going to get anything beneficial at this stage. 6 hours of gameplay or income for nothing, basically. So that's like probably the amount you get if you turn your phone off at night and wake up in the morning and turn it on and checked it. Level 7 epic chest, possible we'll get something pretty decent from that. And then I very rarely get to level 8, 9 or 10. You basically have to be playing on it constantly for the how many hours a day, maybe 2 days, to see if you get to that level. But there's tricks to this, because as you're playing, you literally cannot produce enough income to progress. So you see down here you've got little corporal sign, the green and orange with that exclamation mark and the red circle. Press on that and you have your upgrades. So let's start from the top now. The top one is a different sort of upgrade. You basically have to restart this side game to then gain some of these whatever this little pink box is, to then buy the increased contribution to rocket. So then the increased contribution to rocket is this top bar at the top when you've got this little piggy bag, you know, like it says 268 there, but then it gradually goes up. So the more you get of that, the higher this goes, and obviously you want to sort of at least get to level 7. But as we are now, we just buy some. We can buy a quick buy. Basically puts me in good position and I don't have to fuss. I can start hitting the mining pickaxe and see where I am. Like, we've got a level 6, let's get to level 7, let's get to level 8, let's go to 9, level 10. Now we're not getting anything quick, so we're going to go down and drop to the 10 at the bottom, and we're going to increase that as much as we can. Down to 25, and here at the top we say tap to complete. So we've gained our first segment of the rocket, which is level 2, so we'll tap that and we get an extra 5k, and I don't want to double it because I have to watch an ad. Boost your rewards, activate. I haven't done that, I don't know what it is. I think it costs like 12 quid. And then this little box should open up Oh no, that was level 1. So I basically have to now progress to level 2 to get that common box. So we got to level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Level 4 is next. But you see the income, we've got a 27 cost to upgrade on this bottom row. And I'm only getting 115 coins from it. And then the top one is 170k to upgrade. And I'm getting 67.2k from that, and that's little k as well, that's not big k, so that's like actual thousands. But as I said before, it is an ache to get the lower ones. I'll have to press it so many times, so I'll go by the top and press the bar to change it to 10, and then I can see what I can do. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and basically just upgrade above 50, because then it'll double my cost. But you know, I'm pressing the ticker, I'm getting several k each time. Let's see if we can just get it to 100. See, there we go, hear that noise? Like that. That means that you're getting a multiplier on your coin, so not only is it increased, it then sort of times it by 2. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but yeah, still got it on that scene. Get to 50, you get it? And so on. So that's that game. I'll try to explain a little bit more. Let's go back. Let's buy some boost. Back to the home screen. So that's pretty much the different sort of things, and there's a different game. There's like a mining game where you're going down like a full built Tetris, and you're breaking each block as you go down, and you can gain Satoshis. Satoshis are in there. There's nodes. Nodes are the best thing, because you get to actually, you know, spend it on stuff that benefits you, but sometimes it can take a long time. I try to watch as many of those 15 nodes adverts, and then just quickly flip off the screen and then come back on just to get it to go into the bank. Get some managers from time to time. Then, yeah, let's go into selling your profile. So as I showed you before, you got these 6 segments, 6 boxes in the top. This is your coin upgrades. This is something I don't do, but it's basically about referring. And this is sort of like where you are. It says I'm in the bronze league. I was in the silver league at one point. I don't know why it changes. Probably about how much money you spend on the game. Calendar. I've never actually got past any of these. It's always been on the first one, but as you see, you're supposed to get it after how many days of playing all of it on, but yeah, it's fun. So then you got your nodes from your achievements. So I've probably gone through a few of these already, completed a few. As you at the bottom, blow up some coins. I've got one more chance to do that. Prestige, I've got one more. New research, one more. I've got 2 more on 3 of these. One more on that top one underneath. So you get some nodes. Nodes progress you quicker than playing. And at the top here, so from the islands that we have, let's go back. Let's show you the islands. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this mystery island at the top. So we've got, I think I'm only working on 4, but I think I've opened 6. But what it's saying is that when you want to go to the next island, you have to purchase it. You have to purchase the unlocking of that island. Now if you click on the money in the top right, so if I have to sell all my progress and go back to the start, I would get 57.1 trillion. and my current is 28.3. So I've sold mine several times. It ain't a biggie once you get through to the sort of the where I am now. You sell it all, and then you just go to the pig, set it on 100, because obviously you keep all your managers. So all these little characters here you keep, and they keep on doing their job. Your development is, you can purchase more, which means that you can increase it, but there is, I think it still stays at the same level, which is good. And I think your clicker is also on the same level, but it gives you options to buy more. You see, I have it maxed. Once you sell, you have options to buy more. So if you're on the last level or the next level, you could probably go from, say, this little red chap here to the ghost face within one sale. So you can gain an extra coin row from doing that. But I think what the game does, it sort of makes you want to pay for a little bit, of a few things and that. So if I sold mine, how do I want to sell it? I want to gain my clicker at this point, because obviously if I could get it to do this, I would have loads of stuff. So that's my tips. So the tips are: the boxes, try to open as many of the chests as you can. Try to watch and collect as many nodes as you can. If you buy any nodes, try buy legendary boxes to gain these coins, because these increase your rows. And we're just talking about time, really, because it just saves time. You will get to the end if you do it, for free, but it will take a lot longer. And my next tip is, when you play, you're going to be playing in different sort of styles. Sometimes you want to buy the ones at the bottom or increase the ones at the bottom. Sometimes you just want to hit the ones at the top. But as you purchase these little green boxes, your levels go up, and basically your income comes up. No matter if you're getting a small amount or a large amount on the first island or the fourth island, you can just keep on buying. It's a strategy. There's no real strategy, but there is strategy in how to avoid paying for stuff, and what you need to aim for. Some points in the game, you'll be aiming for something different. Like, I've got to get 206N. It's probably going to have to press it like 4,000 times or something until I get enough to buy the next coin. Or it's very boring. What else? So we got the coins. Don't really have anything else to do in buying upgrades. The tune and the noise, very addictive. What to do next? Yeah, that's quite nice. Quite nice. First one I got to 512 was Link, and that really did sort of help me with the confidence to keep playing, and because sometimes the thing you need sort of reveals itself within the game, and you think, that's good, I wish I'd have known sooner. Like this clicker, If I'd have known that 400 nodes would get me an automatic clicker started, I might have bought one sooner. Yeah, I might get this pickaxe upgrade, but as you see, 155, blah blah blah, 22 at the moment, so it just means keep playing, or go to the bank and buy it, which I'm not going to do. And that's the game. Go to the island, you got your different islands. I don't know how to get this one. I've heard that on the completing of the game, you face someone like Donald Trump on a screen, and it tells you how much you've won, how much money you've spent, how much time you spent, like a record. But I think it's just a general one. But it's meant to be pretty insulting to your efforts, like, because obviously you probably spent 10 months playing it, and you've gained £1 or $1, and he's rubbing it in his face that he's created, rub it in your face that he's created this game, and you spent 10 and you got 1 back, and that's probably how he's making money from crypto and stuff. I wouldn't even say it's educational. This stuff was out mid-80s. You can tell by the graphics. It's actually something secretive about this game. Like, it's something like, if I had to reveal my own secret, this was probably how, or what was sort of thing was built. Programs to demonstrate certain things with the creation of the internet, Microsoft's development, and so on. Because a lot of people say that they saved Bitcoin on hard drives before crypto had started, and I think there's even a mention of it on like Mission Impossible 1 about crypto, but people would deny crypto even existed. It was a big secret, and obviously when we got Bitcoin in, say, October, what was it, 2019? October, November, we had the first increase, and then we had again in March 24, October 19 or October 21, yeah, anyway. Increases, big massive amounts, peaking at like $125,000 from, I believe it started off at 9 cents when it became silver. And yeah, it was all pre-orchestrated. They went to great lengths to eradicate anybody who had any form of stored crypto in hard drives. And I think there's one story about a guy saying he's got into the local landfill site, but I'm pretty sure he had it stolen and swapped, and he was forced to give it away. But we don't know his story. I don't know his story. I'm just assuming. But yeah, if you get pissed off about crypto and buying, those crypto miners, them what they're called again, the mining chips, pocket miners. Now you get USB types, and there's that other one that found a block, nerd miners, that's it, nerd mining. You wish this stuff would happen, but I think crypto's absolutely crap. I think I've lost about £2,000 on crypto. I lost like £1,000 the other month on fucking SpaceX. What a shit that was. Fucking dog shit. fucking, it said buy it 135. So I put in an order, and then it was like 175. I mean, I was using plus 500, and my order just got fingered. And then he gave me a trillionaire, and then what is it? Two weeks later, it's like 115. It was like 400 quid lost straight away. I couldn't be arsed with it going down that even more. I tried to like buy some other stuff from, you know, reading other stuff, and yeah, again straight away, like I put in another grand and it went down again. So I think I managed to withdraw like I don't know, like 600 quid for 2 grand, maybe a bit more, maybe £1,000, 1,200, 1,100, but total shite, you know what I mean? Total shit. I could tell you some other stuff about crypto and the governments and the creation of the internet, but I would be getting shot in the head. Well, wouldn't. They've already done who they needed to shoot, as I say. The shooting's been done. But this was like the first thing that fucked up people over. This was like the diversion. They said that this game was the way crypto was going to be made and created and so on. But then you think about it, if this game was made in the 80s and it was the first game introduced as a program, not as a screen program, but as a program into Microsoft or something like that, and it continuously played from say 1990 to today, and it had the same sort of initial thing for every, say, virtual data space people were exchanging on the internet, you would get a certain amount in as unspent value, as they say. Like, it would cost this amount of much energy, but you're only requiring one, say, photo file, usually pornography. But you want one picture of a porn, and you're paying this amount for your subscription fee, and this, but then we could actually send 1,000 pictures with the amount of data that you're not using, and we'll use that in cookies and history files and all that other stuff, that instructions. And then there was all, if I don't know if you remember, thinking it was Windows 92, you get this little grey box and it'd have a number. It was like 0.2176594343421 or something like that, and you're like, what the hell is this? And then you were like, I think you got another screen saying you can just buy this, and I think it says click to buy, and you would gain what was like potentially the first sort of let's say not like someone exposing this sort of crypto connection, this value, and then obviously they put this value within the supply chain and try to, you know, if it costs this amount to make a loaf of bread in this area, why is it costing more in another area? And you have to add that. It may take an extra 10 meters terrain of the vehicle, the cost of the fuel and all sorts, and then they started really screwing it up and saying, you know, wars and that stuff. Total rubbish. What am I doing here? But where am I on this? Oh, I'm still there. So as I'm playing, as you know, I usually start revising crap, economics, technology. I mean, you've got technology as far as me playing on this game on my phone, recording off the screen, off the internet. With this, you know, that's it, touchscreen. I was baffled by touchscreen. Like, Oh, where's the keyboard? I think I was probably one of the last people, or the last person that I know that I even had a smartphone. I think I was still using the keyboard, flip Nokia N97, and people were smashing out 500 megabyte, gigabyte, whatever, smart screen touch phones, iPhone 10, or whatever, and I was like, oh, I hadn't even had one smartphone yet. I tell you what, when I first got a smartphone, I started going on the gambling websites, and I absolutely smashed it. I don't know how. I made like £30,000 in like a few months. And I used to go to casinos, so I knew how to play the games. And somehow I just got lucky one day on a number on roulette when they gave you the welcome bonus. And somehow I managed to, I think I got like £2,000, £200, and I managed to get to £2,000, and I was like, right, I've never had £2,000 in my bank account once, you know what I mean? So like, I'll withdraw this. And then it wouldn't let me. So then I was like, I'm screwed, and I read the terms and conditions, and it said I had to spend like so many amounts more. I think it was like £15,000 to claim that bonus and to claim my deposit, which was like £100, and obviously they double it or something. And I just got so frustrated. I played for a little bit normally, and then I thought, there's no way I'm gonna get this to 15 grand. So I just chucked it all on. Just kept on button pushing on roulette. I think I went on heavy on like 27, and it just said you've got £9,000. I was like, £9,000 to play with, and I only need to bet another, say, 6,000 to hit that. That's it. I wouldn't have to win 15,000. I would have to bet 15,000. So obviously, if I got to 9,000, I could put on big bets, cover everything, and then basically regain my money by putting on all the bet. And I just managed to get it, and I withdrew. And I think I got like 9,000 one day, the 4,000 the next day. And by the end of the month, I was sitting in the canteen at work playing blackjack on 21.co.uk or something, and some other websites. And I got like to 23, and I was trying to get so much, and it just wouldn't budge. I just thought, somehow they're stopping me from winning now. I'm doing the same stuff, roulette, blackjack, and then I think I finally ended up watching these gamers online playing the slots, and some of the games and the features were a bit addictive. I think I won like maybe about £8,000 off that, maybe 10,000. It's just good if you want to go on a quick holiday. But I don't do it anymore. I'm on GameStop. I bought a house, I bought a car, pretty financially secure, just taking it easy, taking a stroll, maybe go out, get a girlfriend, get married, can afford everything, kid, wife. What's the other thing? A wedding, all set. Gotta spend all my fucking spare time sleeping and playing this shitty game. For no fucking reason whatsoever. So go back to this one. Nothing. I have to keep on pressing. Oh, there we go. Bang. Next one. Oh, there's one. Spend. There you go. Node. I like chatting. Thinking someone would be watching this one day. Maybe even get into the last bit. Ranting on. But my experience with this game, Helps me think about some things from the past. I did a lot of travelling when I was a kid. You know, if you had this in your back pocket, you'd definitely be getting eaten by a lion, crossing the fucking Serengeti or whatever it is. Because it is total shite. But I'm still interested to see what it does next. It's about accumulated gains, isn't it? You just want that bigger, finding out that bigger thing that gives you a bigger gain. But that's enough for today. It's like 40 minutes. Quickly buy this. I'll switch off. Thank you very much. Bye bye.